exempted, so you don't pay tax on your Social Security or your public pensions. Right? So we really took care of seniors first. That was our goal, because seniors typically are the most fragile. Now what we're working on is the families. We've got young people that don't find good jobs in Missouri. We've got companies that are moving out of the state. And what we're trying to build is an environment so that everybody wants to move to Missouri. So we're working now. This all started, we revived Motac Relief Now. I'd like the directors that are here from Motac Relief Now, or former directors, stand up, please, real quickly. These are the people that got you $1 billion in sex. These are, time stand up. These are the people who work to get you guys, and we've got Niall Stevens, our managing director, back here. Yeah. Give them a round of applause, because I'll tell you, they work for no money. They spent their own money to put thousands of dollars in your pocket, right? So if you haven't signed up on the Motac Relief Now website to get our newsletter, we wish you would. But the person that's probably been most pivotal in all this is Ben Keithley. And the deal, Ben came to me when he ran for state rep, and he said, Dennis, will you run my campaign? And I said, sure, I'll do it on one account. He said, what? And I said, you pass the senior property tax. He says, I'll do it. Ben Keithley is a tireless warrior. He's down there working in Jeff City 24/7. You might be here for an event tonight, but you're not. You're here because we're part of a movement. And that's what that's created in the senior property tax freeze. Is we've created an environment where people say, we want tax relief. Hence, Dr. Haruza steps in. And he says, well, I'm going to get a capital gains exempted from income tax, which he did. Right? So we started this. Ben and I were sitting down and we were trying to think, well, what can we do? And this was 2 years ago. And we said, well, why don't we start a taxpayer bill of rights that ends up in eliminating the income tax? And so we started taking that around meetings, and everybody that would see it would want to sign it. And we got Dr. Haruza signed it, Phil Olderking signed it, Ben Keithley, David Gregory, Jay Ashcroft signed it. There's all kinds of people. And then public people started coming up and saying, well, I want to get rid of the income tax too. And they started signing. And what we realized when we started that was we realized the opposition we got from the senior property tax freeze, which was immense. You have no idea the number of teachers, administrators, county commissioners, and everybody would track us down the hall, screaming at us, going into committees, testifying against the senior property tax freeze. You have no idea. Well, we knew what was going to happen with this. But we were going to get even more opposition, and people would be putting out fear-mongering lies. You're not going to have the police. You're not going to have hospitals. You're not going to have, what teachers. You're not going to have any of this stuff. And we knew that was going to happen. So what we knew, Director Tim Jones knew, actually, is he said, we need a big coalition. And we've never had that coalition. We had Bishop Davidson came up, whose bill just got through. Bishop Davidson came up and said, I've been trying to pass this for years. I can't get any interest. And Tim Jones knew that we needed a coalition. And so he called a meeting, he called AFP, and he called Freedom Principle, and he called No Tax Relief Now, and he called all these people together. And he said, look, this is what we're going to push. This is how we're going to get it done. And that's when the coalition started. About 2 months after this came out, that's when the coalition started to phase out your income tax. And I know from every presentation I've ever made is that what we all agree on is one thing. We pay too much in taxes.